Alright, so what's going on, guys? The Negro Shot here, and today I'm going to be discussing today's Nintendo Direct Mini. I haven't watched a lot of Nintendo Directs in the past, but I felt like this Nintendo Direct Mini, it should have. I don't know why they decided on that name. I'm guessing Nintendo Directs are a lot longer than what this video was. This video was about almost 15 minutes long, I believe. So I'm guessing other Nintendo Directs have been longer than that. The only Nintendo Directs I've watched, I think I watched maybe two or three in the past, and I just assumed that the one that I watched a while back was like they were covering all the Smash Brothers characters and Smash Brothers content, and that was pretty long. But I was under the impression that it was like a special thing because they were really talking about Smash Brothers. But with this Nintendo Direct, we got a few big. I want to say, I think they're big for Nintendo fans. Uh, a few big announcements, and I'm gonna try to be nice to Nintendo right now. Try to I'm gonna try to be nice to y'all Nintendo fans, and to Nintendo right quick, because I not only want to talk about today's direct, but I kind of want to talk about the future of the Switch and what they're going to be doing within this next year. So, getting into what they showed now, if you've been on my channel for the last past year or whatever, if you've been on my channel for any number of months, you know I'm not a big Nintendo guy, and I'm not gonna get into the reasons why. Y'all can go and look at any of my videos, and I'll tell you straight up. But crazy thing is, I wanted to play one of the games that they showed off. So the first game they showed was The World Ends With You, and this is basically a re-release of a game that was on the Nintendo 3D, not 3DS, but the Nintendo DS. And for some reason, and I'm trying to think, and I like when I was watching the gameplay and stuff, I was trying to think, why didn't I buy this game? And it might have been because I had traded my Nintendo DS in at the time that The World Ends With You came out. And so this basically this re-release is going to have, you know, extra content in it, and I'm guessing that extra content is very sizable. It's gonna be basically like a big. I want to say it's gonna be like a big expansion. The World Ends With You final remix that's coming out this year. I think that this was, you know, in my opinion, I think that this was their biggest announcement out of everything that they showed, because I think The World Ends With You is sort of like Kingdom Hearts and Nier Automata. It's sort of like it's one of those games that has a really big like cult following. So I think that this game is a really big deal, and I think if this game does well, they could turn this into a really big franchise, a really big Nintendo franchise in the future. But we'll have to see how it sells. But one of the things I will say, and I'm going to get into all the other stuff that they showed in this Nintendo Direct, but one thing I will say is that if you played, because most of the stuff that they showed, a majority of it is really just ports. They got Payday the Heist. That port is gonna have like a extra character or whatever in it. Yeast 8, and I don't know how to pronounce the subtitle for that, so I'm not even gonna try. That Yeast 8 game, honestly, I'm gonna tell you this: it's just really more ports that they showed. Let's see, they had Payday 2, also Donkey Kong. Man, I'm like, listen, I hate Donkey Kong. Like back in the day when I was a kid, I liked Donkey Kong's art style and everything when I was a kid, but like Donkey Kong, for some reason, I just every time I see Donkey Kong, in anything. I'm just like, can y'all please stop? Because I think that there was a time when Nintendo was leaning way too heavy into Donkey Kong, where like they were releasing Donkey Kong games what felt like every year, and I might be kind of exaggerating there, but like all their Donkey Kong games like really are the same, or at least to me from the outside looking in, it kind of seems the same. And so Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze is another game that they showed. It's a port, another Wii U port. Like we're getting all these ports. So you got Donkey Kong Country, like I said, Payday 2. They showed some Mario Rapids DLC and everything. Like I said, with Yeast 8, I will say this, man. With Yeast 8, I wasn't really impressed with what I saw, just judging it off the gameplay. Even when the game came out on PlayStation 4, because all the textures in this game look like they're from the PS2 GameCube era. I mean, the game really looks dated. And to be honest, like I said, I don't think they really showed anything too big. I think their biggest announcements were The World Ends With You and Mario Tennis. And I'm going to get into why. Now, I already told you, I already kind of spoke about The World Ends With You. That game definitely has a cult following, and for me personally, I think that that game has a pretty cool looking art style, and that's something that I would play if I did, if I did really play on the Switch like that. But with Mario Tennis, if you grew up, like if you're like a '90s baby or whatever, and you grew up with Mario Tennis, and I actually didn't notice because they didn't say in the direct, but this Mario Tennis game that they announced for spring of 2018, Mario Tennis Aces, it's being developed by Camelot, which are the guys like they're the team behind Golden Sun. And let me just say this, I'm kind of mad because you got Camelot doing this when they should be doing another Golden Sun. I mean, I don't think the last Golden Sun game. I don't think the last Golden Sun game actually sold that well. But still, I would love to see another Golden Sun. Now, that would be a game that I feel like would be a system seller for me personally for the Switch. But Mario Tennis, that is a big, like I think that was one of the biggest Mario sports titles back in the day. Mario Tennis was amazing, but that last sports game that they did where like it was just all these different sports, that was garbage. And what they showed today was, it looked pretty cool. The story mode and everything like that. See, here's the thing with me. I might have said this before on my channel. I can't see myself just sitting up there playing Mario and Kirby and that type of stuff, because like that don't really interest me no more. But I will say this, that Mario Tennis, it looks pretty good. Just based on what they showed. They showed that there's gonna be like boss battles and story mode and stuff, and that's kind of interesting. That looks cool, and that looks like a good game. It looks like something that people should definitely pick up, especially if you like the older titles. But we'll see how they do, because the last few Mario sports games that have ever came out have been kind of trash to me, and haven't really reviewed well. So we'll have to see. They showed some DLC for Mario Odyssey, and let's see, they showed what else? They showed DLC for Mario Odyssey, and also Pokemon Tournament DX. And let me say this: with Pokemon Tournament DX, now I don't know if, and they might have said this before, so please forgive me for being ignorant. Okay, yeah, yeah, never mind, never mind. I'm not gonna say what I was about to say. It's paid DLC, and I feel like they shouldn't even have y'all. Like, here's the thing, man. If you buy Pokemon DX and you buy this DLC, they just finesse you, man. In my opinion, that DLC, all of that should have been included in the game. All of that should have been included with this deluxe edition. And to be honest, they should have waited to put this game out. If they were going to add in extra DLC characters, this isn't. I don't think it's fair to the consumers to have them pay for these extra characters when I think the game only launched with like maybe two or three extra characters, the deluxe edition. And correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section below, but I don't think the game really launched with a lot of new content. And so having the consumer pay again for two waves of DLC, nah, they finesse you, man. They're gonna finesse a lot of y'all if y'all buy that DLC. But also, okay, and this is getting back into more ports. They also showed off Hyrule Warriors, and I'm just like, wow, okay, so just press buttons on the go, yay. More Muso crap, you know. My thing is, cause I said this before, and I don't, and you know, I apologize for repeating myself, but I almost fell asleep after the whole Mario tennis part. Because, to be honest, a lot of this stuff, not my cup of tea, and I don't think it's really big news unless you're already invested in some of these games. They showed Mario Odyssey. I mean, yeah, Mario Odyssey DLC and Mario Rabbids DLC. That SNK game, that was just weird. That was just the weirdest thing. And they were also showing off these two indie games that look like indie trash. Faye and Celesti, whatever. I think it's pronounced Celesti. But yeah, they showed those two indie games. And they're I guess their big bomb drop of this Nintendo Direct was Dark Souls Remastered. And I know there are Dark Souls fans, there are Souls fans that really want a Demon Souls remastered. And like this came up, the video for this actually came up on my subscriber box, on my subscription box. And at first, you know, I kind of misread it, and I thought it said Demon Souls remastered. I said, oh my god, how did they do it? Because Demon Souls is a Sony property. Demon Souls is Sony only. That's why they had to do Dark Souls. But Dark Souls remastered, I think there are some people that actually would buy that game and would prefer to actually play it on the go, have it, because Dark Souls is another. I feel like the Souls franchise is another niche or niche, however you want to say it, a niche franchise that has a big cult following, and I think those hardcore people would consider maybe buying a Switch for this. So I think their biggest announcement, like I said, The World Ends With You and Mario Tennis and maybe Dark Souls Remastered, because you can get a better looking, better running Dark Souls game on the other platforms. So that's why I don't think that Dark Souls Remastered carries that much weight on it, and I could be wrong about that. Let me know in the comment section if you disagree with me. But overall, I thought this Nintendo Direct, it was okay. It wasn't bad. I can't fake on it, because at least they're showing that they're getting this third party support. I still don't think third parties are gonna stick around, and that's just me. History has shown us time again, third parties ain't gonna stick around, but we'll have to see. They also showed off Kirby Star Allies, and I swear all these Kirby games are looking the same. But I was a big Kirby fan back in the day. I was just kind of sitting up there looking at that and just being like, I couldn't see myself playing that now, but that would be kind of cool for younger kids. Dragon Quest Builders, they have a demo. They have a demo of that out, and yeah, that's pretty much all they showed. So I thought they had a pretty decent direct. But now that we know that these games are coming out. We got The World Ends with You, and I'm just kind of go down all of the release dates. So bear with me. The World Ends with You 2018, Pokken Tournament DX DLC is coming out January 31st, and then also March 23rd. Kirby Star Allies that's coming out March 16th. The Dragon Quest Builders demo is out now. Hyrule Warriors Ultimate Edition is coming out spring 2018. Mario Tennis Aces spring 2018. Yeast 8 summer 2018. Super Mario Odyssey update February 2018. SNK Heroines summer 2018. Mario and Rabbids DLC spring 2018. Payday 2 February 27th 2018, and Faye and Celeste coming out February and January sometime then. Dark Souls remastered May 25th, and Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze May 4th. So overall, this is pretty much all my thoughts on this Nintendo Direct. But looking toward the future, now that we know that those games are coming, I still don't see, out of all the games that we know the Switch is getting in 2018, I'm trying to figure out what's going to be the big killer app that's going to bring over like really, really big hardcore fans and more mature hardcore fans. I want to stress the mature part out there, because you have to realize that with Sony products and even with the Xbox One, and PlayStation 4, it does attract uh, older gamers, and older gamers have a steady income. They're able to, they have a more disposable income, and so Nintendo needs to really they need to try to attract those type of customers. And I will say this, because I just bought another PlayStation 4 yesterday, right? And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, Nintendo just lost $300. They missed out on 300, what was it, like $350. I got a PlayStation 4 Slim, and I'm thinking to myself, Nintendo missed out on $350. Why? Because they don't have any games that I want. They don't have any games right now that are like really killer apps. Like I need to play this. They don't have anything, because I don't give a crap about Mario. I don't give a crap about Zelda. I don't give a crap about a lot of the stuff that they have or that are coming out. And we don't know, obviously, like I said, we don't know about the big hitters, Prime, Metroid Prime 4. We don't know about the Pokemon game, which I swear that's coming out 2019. I'm telling you right now. Don't get your hopes up for 2018. Because I swear, if we get a Pokemon game 2018, I don't think it's going to be a legit, next generation Pokemon. It's probably going to be something that also appears on the Nintendo DS, which is not what we need. Uh, also, let's see, because we're going to get a Smash. Eventually, we're going to get a Smash Brothers. And I'm really surprised, because they showed Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I was kind of expecting them to put Smash Brothers out. Might as well, since you're doing ports. But yeah, I don't know what they're going to be showing next. We obviously know they got Shin Megami Tensei, No More Heroes, those games coming. But I just really want to know. And I'm really curious to see what they're going to show off next. And so, yeah, I don't even want to drag this video out any longer. So thank you guys for watching. And like the video, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. This has been a Negro Shotty. I'm out of here. Peace.